Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am marvelous. You thought some bullshit.
That's also why I was waiting for some other shit, but yeah.
You're all I ever wanted, and I want you back. And Sync Marv.
And I'm not your average Joseph. I'm just the member at the end of the side, the last member on the group that does the dancing that really don't do anything else. That's me.
And we are the Black in Sync. No,
I'm in a group though. I'm in a group still. I'm in a group.
We are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. Yo, salute, man. How you been?
Salute.
How you
I'm
been?
good, brother. How you been?
Fresh from Cleveland, man.
Nice.
Fresh from Cleveland. From the 216 back to the 416.
I mean, I know you didn't. I know it was a quick visit, but how is it over there?
Niggas don't care. Yo,
No.
I'm in the Walmart shook.
Yeah.
I'm too Canadian now.
Right.
I'm too Canadian now. Whatever. I walked into the Walmart and shit like that. I'm like, let me pick up some small shit. I was like, niggas out here with no mask.
Yeah.
So I even called somebody. I'm like, yo, like, that look weird to you and stuff. Like, I asked my friend
Because you had your mask on.
She's like, it's not mandated. You just do it by choice and stuff. And I was like, it's not mandated no more. In Ohio. But
Okay.
I don't know those people.
Is that
statewide?
Statewide?
State.
Okay. But not federal. It's not federal though.
No.
Right.
I think some places and stuff are still kind of thing, but it's not federal.
Okay.
So yeah, went back home and everything like that because, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony lost the verses. But then again, you see the thing is, when it comes to Bone,
Right.
I look at it where in like the early 90s, like right before the late 90s and stuff, whatever, Bone had their run.
Yeah.
Right? Bone had their run. And then in the late 90s to like the early 2000s, that was all 666 Mafia. To the Club Up Thugs.
Yeah.
So us from Cleveland and stuff, whatever, like I know, yo, damn it, everybody, like when I'm watching the verses,
Right.
I'm singing a lot more.
The 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah. I was like, I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee.
Cleveland by the way of Tennessee.
I'm like, is there a Cleveland, Tennessee? I don't know, but if I know for anybody in Cleveland who's watching the verses and they're saying like this bitch, that hoe, and they singing 3-6 songs, I'm like, you from Cleveland, Tennessee. You're not from Cleveland, Ohio anymore. It was wild when Busy Bone snapped.
Yeah.
And a fight was, but I'm like, it's called verses. I'm like, these niggas are really about to verse and fight each other on verses. I'm like, why? But why gotta be the Cleveland niggas?
Gotta go to toe to toe.
Why gotta be the
man.
Cleveland folks?
You know what I mean?
We have a problem.
Yeah, you do.
We have a problem.
There's that pent up frustration from the Browns.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. Blame the Browns.
Yeah, I'm like, they really were fighting, man. I was like, it was crazy, but yeah, it was a good look and stuff. The vibe is good and everything like that, but we are back.
Right.
We are back to the basics. Give you guys a great show that we normally try to do. Like, comment, subscribe. All streaming platforms possible.
All
we are
streaming
out
platforms.
here. And podicalsons.com.
Yes. Listen, shout out to the TikTok people, man.
Salute to TikTok and everything. The viral, we appreciate the love. If you're here from TikTok and stuff, whatever, we appreciate you. Welcome. Enjoy. Even to the new folks that's not here from TikTok, we welcome you as well.
Welcome.
We always try to make sure we deliver good content, good quality stuff, and
That's
things
a
to
must.
make you go,
That's a must.
And yeah, like I said, all streaming platforms, we're here.
All right.
You want to,
All right, we
just, I don't know, but like back to the versus thing, whatever. I feel like I always thought the clash of the egos would have like, it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like I want to say before.
Did you think it would have more or less happened with the because people thought it would happen during the Gucci and
that? So that was
Right.
my thing.
Right.
Clash of the Egos because it's kind of like I said, the Jeezy thing. Jeezy's like, yo, this song I made him. I was like hustling. I only slept in cars and stuff, whatever. And then he'll play the song, be like, okay, Jeezy. And Gucci's like, man, this song's called Fuck Jeezy. So I was like, yeah, they about the box. And you know, so but
that energy was there definitely.
The energy was there. And then like with this, it just kind of threw me off and stuff. But then I guess it's like was it Ben Franklin said, Ben Franklin did say this and stuff. He said, 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead. So I feel like the more people you involve into something, whatever,
right,
the more situations and problems you might run in. Because the funny thing too, they said I'd seen some documentary, I can't remember what it was, but they said the great successful bank robbers normally consist of only like 2 people.
Oh yeah. Very small.
2 people.
Limited information.
3 possibly max. Anything more than that, whatever, they're probably getting caught, people snitching and all that type of stuff. So, I mean, like Bone and themselves, it's like 4 main people, and then you have Flesh, right? 3-6, Juice J and them kind of like separated for a hot minute. But then it was like Crunchy Black, DJ Paul, Gangsta Boo, Project Pat got locked up and it kind of came back and everything like that. So I was kind of glad that like, you know, they all kind of came together. So you have 5, basically on 5.
Right.
And everybody extra that they brought in and stuff, whatever, was like, because, you know, like help catapult them a little bit more or get more fan base and notoriety. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, yo, this is dope. And when that shit kicked off and I heard Gangsta Boo said like, Busy Bone is gonna fuck up y'all career. I was like, or messing up y'all career. I was like, actually, where's the lie? Busy had some ghost moments. Busy was on America's Most Wanted one time. Cause like, yeah, it was like some missing kidnapping stuff. And I guess that got sorted out. So you know what? It was a clash of egos.
Yeah.
They had the best. I think when they realized and stuff how it was, and they realized like, yo, this is for the culture. This is kind of bigger than you.
Right. They pieced it up at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. So people from the land.
What's
love you guys.
Who else is out there that's left?
What for verses?
Well, not only just verses, but had that controversy between them.
Oh. They never had controversy though.
No.
This clicked off and stuff like on stage. It was
I thought they had a little something from before.
When I can't
Okay.
find shit.
Okay.
So that's what I was.
That's because I think that's how it was built to me. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, that's what the wave was.
Right.
It started off, and like, I guess from like them and Easy, like Bone and everything like that. But it's kind of like it kind of got a little quiet with them. Cause I think Fleshbone went away for jail and stuff like that too, and the group like itself, like Bone Thugs, kind of got a little quiet, and then Crazy's been doing his solo thing and stuff like that, trying to do it. He did a solo project and stuff like that,
right?
And he was still kind of doing his 1s and 2s, like you know, like I think when he did the Biggie duets, "Spit Your Game," he's on there. Lil Jon, what's that song? I Don't Give a Fuck. So like, you know, Crazy's been doing this thing and stuff for like in the early 2000s, but it's kind of like the whole group kind of just went kind of quiet.
Yeah.
But then 3-6 was coming up on the low, and then when they kind of went more mainstream is when they tear the club up thugs with Cash Money. So you know, Cash Money was a
already,
movement.
Yeah.
So now with that, and then you know, 3-6 utilized the shit out of that, and then you know you have the Sipping with Scissor and Project Pack, Chicken Head, and then. So they went up when they were kind of going down and stuff like that. So I don't know. It might be. I'm not going to speak like it was, but to my knowledge, no.
And that's what I was saying, because when they first mentioned it, I was like, well, I don't really recall them ever having any sort of beef or anything like that. I mean, but again, you never know, right? Because there's always that little quiet beef behind the scenes that's brewing, and later on you hear about, oh, really? Like that's what was going on?
Yeah.
So... and that's kind of had like the idea that I had when they were saying, well, how they built it to me was like they had beef. So I wasn't too sure. But even if they did or they didn't, still a potential of Niggonometry.
Niggonometry.
Niggonometry. You got to study that course.
Shit.
Still a potential for that to happen, and like I said, it's a you're saying it's an ego thing,
It's
right?
an ego thing.
Who's left with that type of ego?
Yo, between the two of us, who has the bigger ego?
Between the two of us?
Yeah.
I have to say you.
You.
I
say you.
I'm gonna have to say
Tell
you.
me why you say me.
What? Let me tell you why I say you.
Tell me why you say me. Because you Mr. Photo Ho.
Yeah, but that's because I'm just photogenic. That has nothing. That has nothing to do with ego at all.
I got some likes on my last post. I don't post that often.
Yes.
So I don't like a tree monster. So at least I thought I don't. So
you're not tree monster at all.
right. But that's what I'm saying. But
your ego is you got like that quiet bastard ego.
what the fuck is a quiet bastard ego now? Let me hear this.
Quiet bastard ego that likes to act like there's nothing egotistical about them. They cover it up well, but every now and then it pops out.
When? Give me a situation, because I'm like, my thing and stuff is that, here's my thing. I have my little notches on my belt where I was like, all right, this got done.
Right.
It's an inner celebration.
Yeah.
Or it's a one-on-one celebration with myself, whatever. Like, I don't know if people know, but there's Mel Robbins. If you don't know who Mel Robbins is, when you hear this thing, Google, look her up. If you ever hear this episode, I'm giving you roses. Salute to you.
Get your roses, Mel.
Yo, Mel Robbins has this thing. It's called high five. It's called the high five. Right?
Okay.
You high five yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have a problem like you can high five a person, like high five me. Right?
Right.
High five. Boom. You just feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Dopamine goes to your brain.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm telling you to high five me and he's like, all right, boom. Now, if I just didn't say anything, just like up top, boom. It's kind of like, congratulations, good job, keep up the good work,
Right.
all that type of stuff.
Right.
When do you high five yourself?
Just patting on your back. I guess patting yourself on the back.
Do you literally pat yourself on the back?
If I literally
or you just say it?
I think it. I don't literally do it. I think it.
So
I visualize it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, figuratively speaking and stuff like that. But
Right.
the thing and stuff is that if you actually do it,
Yeah.
there's dopamine that's going to your body and stuff, going to your brain
The
and stuff
actual
as
act.
well. The actual act.
Mm.
Right? And a lot of people and stuff, they don't really take the time and stuff and look at how far they've become. Like, adulting is hard as fuck.
Yeah.
We can both agree to that. And I look at it stuff as that you think about how, well, I don't know, because like, remember, so you have some years on me, but let's say like when you're like 5, 6 years old and like, you know, you're trying to establish a little independency for yourself. So you might pour your own cereal.
Yeah.
And then you might want to go sit down for your cartoons. Think about how you were at this level, you're trying to establish independency for yourself from so young.
Right.
To look at yourself now.
Now. Yeah.
You're a father.
Yeah.
You're a great husband. You're an awesome co-host.
Yeah.
You've done so many things on your belt. DJ, songwriter, producer, all these type of things and stuff, whatever. Do you give yourself time to say, you know, I don't put your government name out there and stuff like, you know, but do you give yourself time to like, hey, you did fucking great and keep up the good work and look in the mirror, high five yourself, man.
You know what? I dance with myself.
So like when you have these joyous celebration moments,
I
you're just like,
I
what was
dance.
it? Is it Billy Idol? Dancing with myself. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll dance with myself. Like
That's dope.
I think that's how I translate that. Exactly what you're talking about.
Mhm.
That celebratory thing would
Mhm.
be me dancing. Like I'll be here. I'll just dance to myself. Dance to my. Then when you know when people that have that expression, dance to the beat of your own drum. That's literally me drumming up my accomplishments
Nice.
and dancing to it. But yo, I understand what you're saying 100%. Let me ask you this.
Mm.
Do you think it depends on people's measurement of success?
Yes. I feel like a lot of people measure their success with other people.
Right.
And I always tell people and stuff, whatever, like, especially, I want to say, it's fucked. I need to do it more to like men instead of like, I tend to do it more to the women that I'm with.
Right.
Because I feel like with them and stuff, whatever, I feel like the women that I see or I talk to and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of times they take so much on. And then I'm like, no, take a deep breath and actually like acknowledge and accomplish and stuff. But they're measuring themselves, their success with other people's timelines.
Right.
And other people's like whatever, like, okay, we went viral.
Right.
On TikTok.
Right.
TikTok standards and stuff, whatever for viral is 300 to 500 likes.
Right.
Right? We went beyond that. Above and beyond that.
Right.
Times 10.
Right.
Right? Are we supposed to measure our success with somebody and stuff who's been living on TikTok? We just got on TikTok.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to measure our shit with somebody who's been on TikTok, let's say, from the start of the pandemic, had their growth,
right,
and now have basically a bootleg cult following, where they average, let's say, 8 million likes?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
No.
Because, again, we just started, and then now you have these people who probably started since March 2020. They're already way ahead of the pack.
Right.
But that's the thing. So the thing and stuff is like, I'm set Joe, average Joe. I've got a new job. My job, let's say, pays me about $40K.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel great that I got this job. Do I now stop and say, it ain't no Jay-Z? He's a fucking billionaire. You just got this job a week ago.
Yeah.
This man has been doing his hustles and stuff forever, or his trials and tribulations to get where he has been. 1995, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reasonable doubt, 1995.
Right.
How the fuck are you going to quantify your recent accomplishment with somebody's been doing it with since 1995?
Mm-hmm.
They're not in the same weight class. And that's the thing. We keep trying to compare that, okay, it's not Jay-Z. Let's say it's even, okay, the Baby.
Right.
No, he controversial. We don't want no problems and stuff.
Little
Baby and stuff like.
The lesser of the babies.
The lesser of the babies and stuff, whatever, right? We're trying to quantify and stuff with that person and stuff, whatever. But from all we know and stuff like that, like of what we, like what common knowledge and stuff, whatever, is that he kind of came up with Young Thug.
Right.
So we have to look back where Young Thug started. And now Young Thug is in this part where he's giving people like creating opportunities.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Did somebody create the opportunity for Joe Blow to get this job? It might be a yes. Somebody might say like, hey, you know what? This place is hiring.
Right.
And I think you'll be a good fit.
Yeah.
Or this person might stumble on
advertisement.
I was gonna say the places, but y'all gotta pay to cut the check for that. So that's I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, they went on advertisements, like newspaper ads or whatever in every case and stuff. I'm like, oh, stop measuring your success with other people's timelines.
Yeah.
And their world. You are not the same. What they eat don't make you shit. And a lot of times and stuff, we just tend to do that. Like it was so funny and stuff, whatever. I was talking to, like I said, a woman.
Right.
I was talking to a woman and stuff in 2019. And she was going hard in the gym. And she like had like a sexy kind of the V and the obliques and everything and stuff is proper tone.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm like, shit, you going hard in the gym is showing.
Yeah.
Congrats and stuff, whatever. It's no Janet Jackson. Oh my gosh. But that's what people do. You are your own worst enemy. And I think people, once we realize this and start being our own, like our best version of our own cheerleading self, high-fiving ourselves, perspective.
I just never get how people compare themselves or compare their lives to like celebrities. You know what I mean? It's like,
because most of the time celebrities are just right in your face.
But that's the problem, because it's just you're just seeing the surface stuff.
True.
Right? Like you just said, the woman said, yeah, but I'm no Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
You're seeing Janet Jackson in front of you, right? For one, you don't know how long she trains every day. Number two, you don't know which parts of those bodies were trained or which part of those bodies were bought.
Talk to things. Talk to things.
Number three, listen. I can take regular footage and regular pictures of people and make them look as stellar as fuck.
Yeah.
you're literally comparing yourself to stuff that you don't know is even real.
Agreed.
You're trying to reach a standard that people are not even reaching those standards on their own.
But even if you break it down to like a non-celebrity level,
Even on non-celebrity level.
people do this. Like I know a person in upper management at my hospital,
Right.
right? She has 0 kids. Not saying that's anything, but what I'm saying is that she has 0 kids. And when she leaves, like, let's say work, she's going straight to the gym,
Okay.
right? Not only that, her diet regimen and stuff, whatever, is like, protein, veg, no carbs. So she busts her. So here's the joke now. One lady sees her, right? And like I said, because she works out, she has a stellar body.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know who you are if you ever hear this episode.
Miss Stellar Body.
she's gonna be like, oh, I didn't know you think my body was stellar, but I'm not. That's why I'm not name dropping and
Right,
stuff
right.
with her. So now, another woman says to her, and says, I hate how you can eat anything and stuff, whatever, and you still have this perfect body. And she unloaded on her,
Yeah.
and I felt so good for her, happy for her. She's like,
Right.
I don't eat anything. I have protein and veg.
Yeah.
I bust my ass every day for this body.
For his body, right.
Whatever, right? I go to the gym at least like 5 times a week. There's 7 days a week.
Yeah.
She said 5 times a week she's in there. But like, you know what I'm saying? She has a little injury and stuff. So she's kind of cooled down and stuff on certain things she can do.
Right.
So then she's like, do you have time? Or would you mind eating my kind of diet,
Yeah.
And do you have time to go to the gym and stuff like that? And she said, like, you're a mom. She looked at the other woman, she's like, you're a mom of 2. Your
Yeah.
young one is small.
Yeah.
You have a husband. She's like, I'm not married.
Yeah.
And right there, I clapped. And she's like, what are you clapping for and stuff with us? I said, she's trying to measure her body with your body.
Right.
But you guys are 2 different worlds.
2 different worlds. 2 totally different worlds.
You can't measure your success because she's like, so the other one and stuff like, I cut this out of my diet and everything. And I'm like, bro, are you busting your ass 5 days a week in the gym? Or are you doing this? Because if you're doing all of this, she is obsolete. She is not your goal or your measurement stick no more.
No.
Because you're doing the same damn thing. You surpassed that.
Right.
Once we come to a point, I feel like, my opinion, once we come to a point where we stop measuring and comparing to other people, the perspective or your point of view of the world gets so fucking beautiful. It gets beautiful. I stopped comparing myself to people, like, I want to say 29. At age 29 and stuff, whatever, I'm like, my birthday's April 29th.
Right.
I said my champagne birthday and stuff, and I'm like, what am I not doing that Marvin should be doing? And I got quiet. And I actually just thought to myself and stuff for her on my birthday that morning and stuff for her. It rained that day. Because I remember I was like, may my pain be champagne on my champagne birthday.
Right.
May the pain I feel be champagne and rain. So I was drinking champagne in the rain on my birthday. And I was like, Marvin's goal is to do the best he can do and make sure he's still a great human being. I might not be shit to you, but I know my mother loves me. And I'm not using that and stuff as anything, but I know for a fact that I'm going to go be great and I'm going to feel great when I do it.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. You should be your own challenge, right? And you shouldn't have to look for anybody else to be compared to. Yeah. I would just add to that, not necessarily looking to compare or imitate anybody, but I guess you can esteem to have certain qualities that you may see in somebody you admire.
But then we discussed this already.
Right.
With the envy, and does envy make you bitter or better?
Bitter or better, right?
And then we said envy was the wrong choice of words.
Right. I mean, you take that, like, you can't compare yourself because you don't know what that person took to get there. You just know that person is there, and hey, I'm me. How do I get there? How do I? Because you can't. Another thing that we said is that the journey that's good for me may not be the same journey that you need to take to be good for you. Right?
Hell no.
So you got to look at that person and say, okay, that person's there. I want to be there too, but how do I get there? And then you focus and you work on yourself on getting there. Don't try to compare what they did to get there. Because who knows? They might be been doing some stuff that you're never willing to do.
Suck a dick. Lil'
You're
Kim.
never willing to do.
Bitches suck cock just to get to the top. I'm not sucking a sausage.
Okay, so there you go, right? And you just got to look at Lil' Kim all the way up at the top and say,
that's your spot.
you own it, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise than that, whatever it takes for you to get to where you at, and you got to be comfortable with it doing it. In order for it to work, I believe you got to be comfortable knowing what you're capable of doing and then executing it.
Yes.
Executing it. I was listening to this dude talk the other day, right? And he's like, we're in school, and he goes, school is so like backwards, right? It's like they try to teach you everything and then have you determine what you want to, at the end of it, make you want to determine on what you want to focus on and then focus on that. Where rather getting you to realize what you want to focus on from the get-go and build on that. He says, there's no sense in you friggin' getting a D in phys ed, busting your ass to try to get an A in phys ed, when you leave school, you ain't gonna have nothing to do with physical education. So if you're an English major,
I get what you're saying, but I feel like us as humans, we need the kind of movement.
Right.
We need the movement and stuff like those things and stuff help the body, help aid and build the body.
Yes.
In a young thing. Well, I get what you're saying.
Yes.
Like, if you flip it to another class,
yeah.
I get what you're saying. Because it's kind of like
what he's saying is
you don't need a drama class when your goal is that you want to be the next Bill Gates.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's saying school is like they're giving you all these things and they want you to be good in all these things when some of these things are never gonna matter to you. He goes, the other example he left, it goes, if you're an English major, right? You love reading, you destroy this, like maybe that like writing is your thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that is what maybe you should start developing that now. Why are you worrying about trying to get an A in calculus?
I think the thing is stuff is, I want to say not combat, but I just want to say it comes to a point where you have the school guidance counselors.
Yes.
Right? And
Which I think do a shitty job. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know now, but when I was going to school.
Right. I feel like to what said person was saying, I feel like they should kind of come up to the forefront a little bit more.
Right.
So it's kind of like, let's say, first day of school, right? Just my theory. I feel like first day of school, say the school has like 2 guidance counselors, should slowly make their way around homerooms, right? Let's say within the matter of let's say the first beginning 2 months and stuff of school. I want to say, I don't say maybe every grade level because they don't put that much money in guidance counselors.
Right.
But I want to say at least to the seniors. Like, okay, congratulations. This is your 12th grade year, your last year.
Yeah.
If you need guidance pertaining to your future,
right,
on what you feel passionate about, I am here. Now, it's kind of like the ball court is there. Like, they created, they build it, they will come.
Yeah.
If you choose not to utilize it and stuff, whatever, that's a you thing.
Right.
But I feel like a lot of the students, like especially in my time,
yeah,
we just look at guidance counselors to change classes.
Yeah. That's all we looked at our guidance counselor to do.
Just like, can you get us these classes and stuff changed, whatever. So the thing and stuff is that if we went to the guidance counselors, it'd be like, I don't know what I want to do and stuff in my life and everything like that, but I know I hate it here and I want to leave.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you like to do? And then it might lead to same thing. Like you're passionate about writing? Fuck with English.
Yeah.
English literature.
Yeah. I mean,
give you an insight of what the great English writers and stuff, or the great writers before you, have done and everything. If you want to make your mark and stuff with the things you want to write about, whatever, like even if you don't want to make your mark, you want to do it the right way or the correct way. These are what you should fuck with.
I can't remember if it was grade 10 or 11 English class that I had. And we had a project where we had to remember lines from a Shakespeare play. So it's like you had to do a soliloquy, go on stage and
which one? Omelet? I call Hamlet omelet.
I can't remember which one it was.
The reason I call it omelet because when Othello came out, I know, like when I heard about Othello and then I heard about Hamlet, I was like, why don't you just name it Hamlet? And they're like, they're two different plays, Marv. I was like, go ahead.
But I had this one role that I was playing, some drunk guard that he had this long soliloquy piece that he said. So I memorized it and I performed it, right? And I just could remember just looking down and looking at my English teacher's face. And she had like a huge smile on her face, like I just did like a knockout
stellar performance,
like worthy of, you know what I mean, like stages. And after she came to me, she's like, "Oh my God, you're in the wrong school. You need to be at the School of the Arts, right?" She goes, "Yeah, that's a very good performance." So I was like, "Yeah." She goes, I was like, didn't pay it no mind until parent teacher night came by and went to the school with my mom and stuff like that. And again, she stopped my mom and she literally just reiterated
your performance,
what my performance was, and what she thinks I should be doing, and I'm wasting my time at this school, right? There was never a guidance counselor around to ever even think or see or even ask that.
Interesting.
Think about that, right? Because imagine now that you're a guidance teacher and you're wanting to find out kids' passions. You go around and you ask and you meet somebody like me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you find out that I'm in music, I can draw. You say, wait a second. Well, you're more to the arts. You know what I mean? You should be focusing more to the arts. I went through high school not knowing what I could do to get to where I wanted to go. I think
most of the schools are like that too.
My last year in grade 12, we have a mentorship program. So you do like half day in school and then half day, like you'll work for like a place that you wanted to. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do my co-op program at a studio. They literally had to call around and find places because they never placed anybody in the studio before. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like I was placed into a spot where they thought would have been conducive to me, and it's like, well, okay, it's kind of similar, but like they're putting music to film. Not quite. But I guess if this is the only place that you're gonna find for me, or you can find for me, then it's gonna have to do, right?
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, imagine now if that I'm in grade 12 at that point. Imagine if you met me at grade 9 and saying, "Oh shit, we gotta be prepared for these kids, students like this." By the time I hit grade 12, you're supposed to come to me and say, "Hey, look, Andrew, I have this studio available for you, this studio available for you, this studio available. This one does that, this one does that. Pick which one you would like to do your co-op placement."
And so this goes back to what I'm saying, like they don't pool the money into
the resources.
And
it's the resources.
But we underline, or I want to say, as a parent, I think if it doesn't affect your child,
right,
you give zero fucks.
Right.
Right? Now, if they're saying something and stuff where it might affect your child, this is when you care. If your child goes to set school where it's prestigious, the hallways are clean and everything is running smooth, you care about that.
Right.
Do you care about like the school that might be a neighboring high school and stuff, whatever, where like they fighting every day or something like that, or it's like gangs are in there and there's rituals and stuff like that. You're looking like that got nothing to do with your kid and stuff or your world, but they're still in the same school district and collective. Right? So people, most of the times, they don't really give two fucks if it doesn't affect them. And that's what I'm saying. What they eat, like same thing with celebrities. What they eat don't make you shit. I'm not saying Janet Jackson gives a... I'm pretty sure Janet Jackson, if she was to see said woman that I was talking to, would be like, yo, you have it. You have it good. Your genes might be great and stuff like that.
Right.
I bust my ass 5 days a week to get this body.
That's what I'm saying.
How many days a week you bust your ass? Only 3?
Yeah.
Janet might be envious of you.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, until it affects the person. Like right now, that at that situation, Janet Jackson's world doesn't affect your world. Give a fuck.
Not at all.
But then when it affects their world, this is when the cares go in. So the schools, could we do a better thing of the schools and stuff? I think collectively, North America-wise, yes, we can.
Yeah.
But I feel like right now we're still in the take it for granted thing until like certain things are said. Like, think about it. There might be like 10 teachers listen to this show. 10 teachers that just listen to the show and stuff like that. And right now, they're probably clapping or something. They're probably like, yes. Or people work for the school board like, yes. At least somebody's acknowledging us or identifying and everything like that, right? Because other ones are like, fuck the school board. I don't got no kids. Or fuck the school board. My kid's already grown.
Right.
So people only support that kind of works for them. And that's a very selfish thing. I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah.
But it happens constantly in the world we live in.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like, if you want more from out these schools and everything like that, I suggest you play a part when your kids are in the school. And if you don't have kids and stuff in these schools, I think they might affect somebody's kids that you know. Because I feel like some people who don't have kids or their choices not to have kids, most of them are some fucking great-ass godparents and everything like that, or aunts and uncles and everything, and they're concerned that the kids and like around them,
right,
they're concerned about their future and their well-being.
Right, yeah.
How could you not? Right?
Yeah.
Let's get to the polls and stuff. Let's talk about these polls. Is it a red flag for your partner to have more sexual experience than you? And everybody, at 100%, people said, hell no, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Shut your lying asses up. First and foremost, I know this from personal experience.
Right.
If you, and I'm saying it again, if you have a higher body count than your partner,
yeah,
your partner 9 times out of 10 will look at you a different type of way. Even as a man, let's say in a collective, you slept with 20 women before you met your wife.
Right.
Right? And then when you meet your wife now, your wife said, 20? That's it? I slept with 50 people.
Mm-hmm.
You're okay with that?
I have to be okay with that at that point.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, when you meet her, like, so she's not your wife.
Oh, if I just met her?
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. You just met her and everything, or you guys are dating, and you guys getting to the conversation about body count and stuff like that. It's her sexual experience. Like, now, I want to say, before you start,
right?
Let's say you probably were with a woman and stuff before, and there's a special, I don't know, let's say you like a woman to graze that, what is that? I want to say the seed bag. Yeah. Like that line that kind of holds your nuts together. You want her to just like rub that.
Tickle
it. Yeah. While she's giving you head.
Right.
Whatever, right?
Right.
And you're looking like, you saw it in a porn or a training video. You saw it in a training video. And you kind of want that to happen.
Right.
Now, pre-wife, but you're dating her and stuff like that. This is her normal thing.
Yeah.
And you're looking like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
And then you're looking like, you always done that? Whatever. Let's say a conversation come out like, you've always done that? She's like, soft things. I've been doing that since like 8th grade. You're looking like, what kind of harlot are you? People knock people's sexual experience. I told a woman I had a threesome before. She looked at me like, you a freak.
They do.
So how is everybody saying, no, it's not our problem?
They do. And and
Tu bombo clot lie. You hear the patois? Tu bombo clot lie. My patois sucks, but that will come out crystal clear.
I don't know. Maybe some of them might be honest, man.
You see my face?
This question, believe it or not, and why I'm laughing is because during our Thoughts of a Man episode that I was editing yesterday,
Yeah.
this was one, something similar came up during the conversation.
Yeah.
And so I'll say this. I said this then, so I'll say this now.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what age I am,
Yeah.
when it happens. If in
So
my teens,
okay, she tickles the balls, she tickles the sack line
right,
while giving you head
right,
at 18.
at 18.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, my reaction is probably gonna be like, you whole bag.
And then
At 18.
your thoughts at 45.
My thoughts at 45 is totally different because people have sex. You know what I mean? And like I was saying last week, especially in this day and age, people have sex because they want to, because it's fun. They don't need to be in love. They don't need to be in any relationship. They don't need to be committed for anything, right? So if you're thinking, if people are behaving this way now, 20 to 30 years from now, people's body counts are going to be off the friggin' charts.
The body count thing doesn't even really rock and fathom me because I always look at it where I always say to like some women, I aim to please.
Right.
And when I say I aim to please, I don't aim to please like the world. It's to set woman or set person, right? Because if I slept with woman A, woman B is not the same.
No.
Woman A might like different techniques and tactics.
Right.
And woman B might like different techniques and tactics and stuff as well. So I feel like you have to customize towards that person.
Yeah.
But you can only customize if you have the experience. And if you don't have the experience and stuff, whatever, it's dope that some couples and stuff can go through this teaching phase and stuff like that. Because I remember, what is it? It's a Drake song in my head. Hotline Bling.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing all those things for someone else, right? So I'm assuming he's probably done taught her these type of things.
Yeah.
And she's taking this experience and now bringing it on to the new person. It doesn't have to be a body count thing, but it's the thing and stuff is like, you get the basket weave. She's doing the basket weave and everything like that. You're looking like, oh.
Bro, bring me somebody who's been taught. That's
why I don't like a virgin.
That's
why I don't like a virgin. This point in my life, I don't want a
bring
virgin.
me somebody who's taught. Okay, I don't care. Yeah, it's just what we were talking. Oh, another conversation that we had during the Thoughts of a Man. I don't care. Just kegel it up. Put the strength back into it. If you find that is, you know what I mean? I'll never know the difference.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. So, and remember, every time you say the word Kegel, a woman Kegel.
Woman kegels.
Kegel. The next poll and stuff was, is it okay for a man to spend $80 for an engagement ring? And 64% said, why not? So I had this conversation and stuff last night.
You look like you want to say lies.
No. The propaganda. No. I had this conversation and stuff even last night and stuff, whatever, right? With a collective amount of women.
Right.
And one said, this is exactly why part of this is a problem. She said, because I know other women that were there.
Right.
She looked at one, like what she said and stuff pertaining to one woman and stuff. She's like, yo, how much is your engagement ring? Not even price-wise. She just said, how many carats are your engagement ring? Right? So one woman said 2. There was another one that said it's about like almost 4 carats and stuff, whatever, right? And then another one said she told set guy, if it's ever to happen, this is the only ring that she wants. And this ring is 5 carats.
Right.
It's a comparison dance. So even if it's not money is the talk.
Yeah.
It's carrot in the talk.
Right.
That Bugs Bunny shit.
Right.
So now they go and stuff, whatever, like girl shit, like, oh, Smooth proposed. Yeah? Let me see.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, is that a speck? A shiny speck?
Where you work at? McDonald's? What is that? 2 weeks salary?
Right. But if you're doing it for the love,
Yeah.
and you're not doing it for your friends,
Right.
or to impress people,
Yeah.
yes, $80 can work.
$80. Listen, $80 is more than enough.
So what's the lowest you would
Men,
spend?
wait.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Men, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out here because I'm gonna let the women know. This whole diamond thing, this was a marketing scheme from the Bears, the diamond company.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes. This is a marketing scheme from the diamond is never part of the wedding band. Never. They just figured they needed to sell diamonds. They came up with clever advertisement in the 60s. And ever since then, it's been a thing. But you don't need it. You definitely don't need 5 carats.
Shit, you tell a woman that.
And if somebody can get away with buying you a ring for $80, just remember it's the love that's involved.
All right. Now, 2 questions that came up in my head. One.
We gonna get canceled by the women?
No. Women always come for our heads, or my head more than you, so it's nothing.
Yeah.
I come from a family of pit bull
That
necks.
was Marvin's thought.
Strong necks. Cut hard. How much, like, let me say, give me the minimum and maximum you would spend on an engagement ring.
Minimum I would spend, I would say maybe $2,000.
Minimum.
So
So how's $80 work if your minimum spending $2,000?
well, $80 can work, but my minimum's $2,000.
So $80 can't work if you're saying $2,000 though. Like, well, how are you speaking about somebody else's timeline?
Listen, man, they can spend the $80,000 and be fine with it. That's okay. $80,000, it's $80,000.
You gotta do the 80.
Yeah, shit. I'm
To
really,
infinity and beyond.
I gotta really get paid. 80, if 80 is what you can afford, and that's good enough for you, that's just a symbol, right? It goes by what you can afford and what you feel that is appropriate for you. I'm not saying that she's only worth $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that she's worth 100 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying this is what I can afford. This is what I'm comfortable with spending. It means something to me.
So in a hypothetical world, 80 can work, but in your world, 80 cannot work then.
In my world, if I could only afford 80 definitely gonna work. But I can afford more than 80.
Hey, baller, shots color, 20-inch blades,
There you
only
go.
on Paula.
Just don't ask me for 5 carats. You're pushing it a little bit.
And then my next question and stuff is that, remember we cracked the joke and stuff, whatever, or we spoke about a woman proposing to us and you said we'll take a Rolex.
Right, yes.
Now, she wants to propose to you.
Right.
Is an $80 watch okay to give to you for engagement over like let's say a $3,000 Rolex?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that it makes sense. Make it make sense.
Yeah, nah. I mean, listen, if she not offering me anything for an engagement ring or an engagement gift, then like I said, like that sort of stuff. And I guess because I'm not the materialistic type,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can say that, like, it's no sweat off of my back, right? If you get me the Rolex, you get me the Rolex. If you get me, so I'm gonna watch the same way. I'm gonna wear it the same way.
I feel like some people and stuff, they have a problem. Well, okay, if you go back to the beers thing, it's a set amount of programming that goes into a lot of people's minds.
Yes.
Before they even know some things happen and stuff like that, right? So think about, like, let's say there's a child born, what do we say, Jay-Z thing with 1995, right? You add 20 years on the line and stuff, whatever. And when you're in like 2015, said person is 20 years old.
Right.
By the time this said person is 20 years old, they've already been hip. The beers thing was in 1960, but they're already hip with the programming or the conditioning about the diamonds and stuff in engagement. Like, you know, like, you know, if a man is to propose to a woman or person is to propose to a person and stuff like that, a ring has to be involved.
Right.
And preferably a diamond in the mix.
Yeah.
So these things are already pre-programmed and stuff. And I feel like people have to unlearn and reprogram, recondition and stuff. A lot of brain matter and
unless you know though, that's what I'm saying. Like gentlemen, thank me later. Like this is information people don't necessarily regularly know, right? It's like think about it. You would give the example of 20 years later,
right?
You still don't know that this is what has been taught to you from the time that I can be, from the time that I have acknowledgement of marriage and the symbol of, right? Mm-hmm. I knew about the ring, the wedding ring, right? I knew about the what the gauge is for a man. Mm-hmm. Like you need 2 months salary, right? Okay, so from the time that I've learned that to the time I'm ready to get married, I'm still thinking of these things, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at age
programmed.
What year did I get married again? My 30s. Mm-hmm. I'm in my 40s now. Just 2 days ago, I'm now learning. Well, not just 2 days ago, but like a week or a week and a half ago, I'm just learning that hey, in ancient times there was no such thing as a diamond. Actually, diamonds weren't even considered the rarest of jewels. Very true. Very true. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I'm really thinking about it. I'm like, holy shit, here's this man that had a diamond mine, started buying up all the diamond mines, became a monopoly, and said, hey, now I gotta sell my diamonds because ain't nobody buying them. What can I do? Hires a company. The company says, hey, let's pitch it to women. All of a sudden, diamonds is a girl's best friend.
Right. Absolutely.
Right? It's like, but
not another person.
Not another.
Not possibly an animal.
No.
It's a diamond.
It's a diamond.
For a best friend.
It's a girl's best friend.
I've never heard a diamond talk back yet.
I've never heard a diamond talk.
I don't have my chain on today, but my chain never spoke to me and said,
no.
How's your day going?
How's your day going?
You know? It's just swinging.
Compressed carbon.
Yeah.
This is.
I feel like the 80 in my realm could work, but I always see, and somebody asked me and stuff recently, like for a person like that's talking about like being, you know, getting scooped up or all the above, whatever, and I'm dating and everything, why am I not with anybody? And I'm like, it's just a simple thing of like, kind of like the programming.
Right.
I know what in my world was programmed, and I'm working on that to kind of unlearn and recreate some type of things, whatever. Like I was saying, like I told you, going back to learn words you thought you knew, but to actually look it up to really see like the word date.
Yeah.
Right? Until we learn the actual Webster dictionary definition of date. Because we speak English, and English is based on the Webster dictionary thing. And now everybody has this notion of the word date means you're going to feed me.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna be doing something.
Yeah.
When it's just something simple and stuff for like just meeting with a person for a date and a time frame.
So it was.
So when I meet somebody and stuff, if you're already conditioned and stuff to think that you need a 5-carat ring for an engagement, and my thing is like, shouldn't you be happy that I give you 80 now for this ring? Eventually, we have to buy matching wedding bands. Hopefully, we live somewhere together. And in my world, we build a business together.
Yeah.
And not saying we have to save the world together, but it'd be nice. And we try to, you know, help save our world, our community together, because that's what I'm about. And if those things don't align and stuff, then it's more of a next to me.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not trying to control or change anybody's minds that if it's not like that. So if I meet you and you're just not there, and the $80 engagement ring doesn't work, whatever, then that's cool. We're just not meant to be.
It's not meant to be. Yo, shout out. Listen, man, I went to a wedding about last month, right? And very low key, very, you know what I mean? The small, intimate setting, not a lot of people. The
City Hall?
No,
That's not low key then.
No. What I'm saying is like the people who got married,
yeah,
they had the potential of doing it up. So when I say low key, it was low for them. It was low key, right?
Okay.
And then even their wedding rings and their wedding bands, very low key. And like I said, for who they are, my wife was like, "Yo, like, what's up? Why
they can do a 5-carat ring?
They can do a 8. So I'm like, what's up? What's up?
Key.
And they were like, why? Well, we're gonna spoil all this money on one day.
Yeah.
We want to buy a house.
Life.
We want to have all these things. Like, we rather put our money together and put towards a mortgage.
Right.
Like something that we're gonna build upon. Like, I'm like, well, yeah, that's it. I mean, the most important thing of that day is y'all being together. Ain't nothing more important than that.
Right.
Not the rings, not the Rolexes, whatever. Right. And it's just one of those things, I think. And I don't know if it's more of it's conditioning. That damn conditioning gets you every time. The girls get it when they're young. The Barbie doll house, the fairy tale wedding.
I mean, but the guys, we get it too. Because I mean, like, we got it to the point where like we were, it's this program that we have to save at least like a month income.
At least a month income.
At least a month income before we consider like saying this is proposals type of status.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So it's like tons of dudes of like, they might be with their woman or their significant other, whoever it is. And they might just kind of look and stuff and say like, yo, I really want to make this person like know that I appreciate them and I want to spend forever with them.
Right.
But I don't have the funds or at this time, I don't have the access to certain type of things to kind of show them how much they mean to me. Because that was this part of the slogan for De Beers.
Right.
Show the person you're with how much you love them. So how much are you...
The Beers! Oh, they got us good. They got us.
Yeah. See? And you thought I was the one blowing off the script.
But just
welcome to Mars World.
It's just to think about it, man. When I was because it was this one episode I was watching on Netflix, man, and it's like, holy friggin' shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's like millions,
absolutely,
of billions of dollars they scraped just on playing on people's emotions and setting the standard.
But I think that's conditioned, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to say, I'm pretty sure, like I always say, everybody can make it for the football team and stuff, whatever. I just feel like, do you have, it's not even the skill, but do you have the drive?
Right.
Do I have to program you to have this drive? Because there's like some, I want to say, physicality aspect, you can build on that.
Right.
Right? Like I feel like some quarterbacks that I've seen is that they've just been slim cut, thin line, so they're able to just launch the ball and everything like that, right? And what if they're just like scrawny, pee-wee type of dude, soaking wet, 190 pounds, and they can launch the shit out of a ball. And they're like, you need more body mass because if you get hit, you're going to get thing. They build on that. But the drive and stuff, whatever, they're like, yo, get your head in the game. It's these type of, it takes these small conditioning things to kind of get the person how you want them to be. Like, you know, if I'm a boxer and everything and you're my coach, and I'm like, you know, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to be his friend, but I'm going to win this match. No, that's not how you talk.
Yeah.
Kill him and everything he stands for and stuff. Put that asshole to the mat.
Yeah.
But he's not really a bad guy. We had coffee and stuff a few weeks ago, whatever. Fuck that. That coffee shit is dead now.
Yeah.
You're conditioning me to like bring out my killer instinct.
Right.
The conditioning is like trying to not pray, but pull on the feelings and the emotions.
Mhm.
This person means the world to me. Do I show them to mean the world to me and stuff? Whatever. My paycheck, let's say my paycheck every 2 weeks might be $450,
Right.
right? After I pay my dues and stuff for the 2 weeks and everything like that, I'm left over with $80.
Mm.
If I'm willing to give you my last 80 to make sure you know how much I care for you, why can't that work?
It can work. But we can wait a few more months. This is what she's gonna tell you. But we can wait a few more months and you can let that money build,
And that's-
okay? Okay, I don't need it right now, right? I don't need it right away.
I don't need it right now. That's it. They let you know, like, hey, eventually I would like to get married.
Yeah,
If we're together,
Yeah.
2 years.
yeah.
Hint, hint.
Hint,
Same,
hint.
same.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I wanted to talk about next thing and stuff, but I wanted to talk about the Sandra Bullock thing. I don't know if you heard about Sandra Bullock and stuff, whatever, but Sandra Bullock was on the Red Table Talk recently,
Okay.
right? She's got under fire. She went under fire for some shit.
Right.
Pertains to what she said and stuff on the Red Table Talk. So Sandra Bullock, the actress, she has 2 adopted black children,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And
That was a Hollywood trend for a while. But continue.
okay, so let's talk about the Hollywood trend, then we'll go deeper in
Okay.
Sandra. How do you feel about that? They have a thing, what do they call it? The white savior complex. And I think I think
Yes.
it's been coined from Woody Allen first.
Okay.
Woody Allen was like I want to say kind of like the known one because him and Mira Farrow, they adopted his current wife now, yuck.
Yuck.
But he adopted a young woman from China.
right.
Young girl from China.
Right.
Right? They adopted a young girl from China and they raised her up and everything like that. And that kind of like what they're like, if they're gonna put a face and stuff, whatever, to a white savior complex, is that it's like, hey, we took somebody that wasn't less misfortunate,
Right.
not from our what's my word you guys use? You use ilk.
I was about to say elk.
Ilk.
Elk.
Ilk. You're not from our tribe, our ilk,
Right.
but we want to do your people as a solid to let you know we care.
Okay. Yeah.
We care.
Yeah.
How do you feel about white savior complex now?
Man, keep that shit. Don't save us at all.
So okay, what about
Leave us
Jolie?
alone.
Angelina Jolie had I think I just noticed the oldest son, Maddox. I think he was Cambodian, I believe.
Yeah.
I know his name. The rest of them I don't know. And I know her and Brad Pitt had a set of twins.
Right.
So I know she has kids that came from Cambodia, one that came from Somalia, and I think they had another child before they had she had her own.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, man. I mean, because it's hard to tell somebody's intention, right? Like if you're genuine and you really want to go
Genuine is the dancer, pony.
genuine, if you're genuine and you really want to go in and change somebody's life for the better,
Right.
then by all means, you know what I mean? It's like kudos to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you never know somebody's intention. Like it could just be the white savior complex.
Well, I feel like it's kind of like if they could mention if you asked them,
Right.
right? And don't know what they would tell you when stuff from real from what was fake and stuff, whatever. It's still up to you to decide, right? Because I look at the stuff as they're, okay, bring it back to Sandra Bullock, but not real Sandra Bullock, but like The Blind Side.
Right.
The Blind Side, that's a true story on Robert Orr, right? And I look at it stuff where I feel like this family, especially the mother figure and everything like that, it was genuine,
Yes.
not wine.
Yes.
It was genuine because she was more of a woman of a Christian faith.
Right.
And I felt like it was more her faith and denomination that kind of put her in this place and stuff for where it's not about him being black. It's about a child given the opportunity
Yes.
to do better
Yes.
and everything, right? And I just feel like when the celebrities and stuff kind of do it, I feel like it's not. That's genuine.
That's genuine.
That's some pony shit.
That's not.
That's some pony shit right there, man.
Yeah.
So like it comes because I always said, and I used to crack a joke and stuff whatever, but then I realized some people and stuff took it the wrong way. But I used to say stuff whatever before that, like, hey, if I become a multimillionaire, I'm gonna go to South Africa and go adopt me a white kid. Because they always went to Africa to go get a black kid. Yeah. And it's the white celebrities or the white people with money. So as a black person with money, go get the white one.
I'm gonna go to Kosovo.
I haven't heard that name in a minute.
I'm gonna go to some white war-torn country. I'm gonna go hang out with the rebels. Which kid do you think I should take?
The one that won't kill you in your sleep. Take that one.
Man.
Yo, so with Sandra Bullock now,
right?
The situation and stuff, she said she wished she had the same skin color as her black kids.
Okay.
How do you feel about that statement?
I think she's damn right. She better wish she had the same skin color as her black kids. She gonna look young for the rest of her life. Black don't crack, but I know some blacks that do crack. You know some blacks that crack?
I know some blacks that do crack.
They didn't know their skin. They did the Kevin Durant. They doing the Kevin Durant out there.
Yikes. That's an ashy ass man. It's an ashy ass man. You see, the thing, I get the context of where she was coming from.
Yeah.
Because I look at her stuff as that, okay, if we go back to me and my hypothetical spot-on poppycock millionaire self.
Right.
If I was to I adopted like 2 white kids, right? Me being black. I adopt 2 full white kids, blue eyes, blonde hair, and everything like that. And I go some places with them. They might think I'm the nanny.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But if I kind of look like them or they look like me,
yeah,
people just assume. I know that one of my sisters, one of my nieces, my sister's ex-husband is of the Sri Lankan descent.
Okay.
And one of my nieces and stuff has features, the facial structure of my sister. Like if you see them,
yeah,
yes, this is her daughter.
Right.
But she said there was a situation where she was in the airport. Actually, she was in the airport coming here one time.
Right.
When she was in the airport and stuff, people walked up to her daughter, my niece,
yeah,
and said, "Oh, where's your mom?" And my sister's like, "What the fuck?" Right here. And they're like, "She looks kind of Indian and you look black."
Right. Yeah.
Light-skinned black.
Yeah.
Adopted? No. And like, but my sister, she's more of a more somber kind of calm person.
Yeah.
But she took it to heart drastically.
Right.
And I mean, that's from that level. She's not a celebrity, but she would probably wish that, like, you know, if they looked alike, that she would never receive a statement or a comment like that.
You're thinking that's what Sandra might be.
I feel like that's the aim. Statement? That's the aim she came at with and stuff with. But I feel like,
but I don't know what was the context. What was said before she made that statement?
Well, it was more about like the kids and stuff and like their struggle and stuff, because she's saying like it's so hard and stuff for them to try and raise black children today, about the dangers in the world, especially with the world like last year, what they've seen from the Ahmaud Arbery to the George Floyds and etc. and stuff, and continuing.
You know what? Maybe she even just wish she had their skin so she doesn't even get the ridicule of.
That's what I'm saying.
The white savior complex.
Ooh. I didn't really look at it like that. Interesting.
Now that I'm thinking about it, right? Like you're thinking I'm doing this because I'm white. I wish I was black. So then I wouldn't even have to face this sort of thing.
Same thing like my sister.
I don't wish my kids were white because I like them as they are.
As they are.
I wish I was black so I don't have to go through this just because I love my black kids.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't come at it. I didn't come at her and stuff like that. And then I remember I think she did like a follow-up interview with somewhere else. I think it was ET, Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
Where she was saying stuff like her son, who is older now, the son is older, and he threw on a hoodie and he just like in the house, he tried on the hoodie.
Yeah.
And he just walk around with the hoodie and stuff like on his head and stuff like kind of low key low and everything like that, whatever, right? And as a parent, you should have to talk to your kids about the dangers in the world.
Yeah.
She's a mother of black kids.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she be concerned for her children?
Of course.
And she had the conversation with her child and stuff. And she said in an interview, she's like, she had to tell him stuff. She asked him, she's like, why do you feel the need you have to pull the hoodie and stuff like that low?
Right.
Like, you know, it's just like, normally they measure it to kind of just fit so you can see most of the face.
Yeah.
But just cover up like the ears and the head top.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know, he feels comfortable and protected like that. And she had the conversation about Trayvon. Right? She had the conversation about Trayvon. Should not a parent have a conversation? Or should not a parent of a black child have a conversation?
Yes.
So that's why I feel like her intentions and stuff, whatever, as well.
Right.
But I mean, you know, there's one side of the spectrum and then there's the other side.
You can't please others. You can't please people, man. And if it's like, and again, with celebrities, we see surface, right? It's like we don't see the day-to-day interaction with her and these children.
We don't see Janet Jackson busting that ass from them abs.
We don't see it. We don't see it.
We don't know if Janet Jackson might even have that Dr. Ho type of thing with
right, you know,
those automatic crunches.
She just sit down eating bonbons and the crunches are happening with automatic.
Cause could you imagine somebody's out there just smoking a fucking cigarette and getting a six pack, and then you out here shit doing all that shit, all of this, and this motherfucker's like,
all that
bastard. Shit. I feel like it's something where we have to fully just be more self-aware, and self-centered and stuff. Where it's not just she's white, she shouldn't be saying that. It's a situation where she's a parent to a black child, to black children. Should she be saying that? Because if we just took out Sandra Bullock and be like, should a parent of a black child warn the child of the dangers about being black in today's world? Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we polled that would be 100%. And I would stomach that over fucking liars out here saying like, no, sexual experience don't mean anything.
Well, I mean, it's almost going to be a disservice if you have your black child and because you're not black, you choose to ignore the realities of life.
Right.
No, not because you're not, but it's reality. You still got to say, hey, son, I know we're amongst my people and we are kind of friendly, but my people know you.
Yeah.
Once you leave here, ain't nobody going to know that you're Sandra Bullock's son.
Yes.
So you got to be aware of these things.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. Does a decent amount of sex per month keep your partner loyal?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't think so?
Because I feel like some people just can't be satisfied.
But what if your balls are always empty though and you have nothing left to give?
And this is why I feel like men are easier to train than women. The reason why I say that, and I'm using that word and stuff for that because if, let's say, I don't know, what's the typical thing that women allegedly say men want? I guess cook, clean, fucking. Well, no, my mom. Wife stands for washing, ironing, fucking, etc. I love you, mommy.
I like that.
I love you.
I like that acronym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, that's so you have somebody who's doing all the washing, dishes and clothes, you're ironing, fucking you crazy, and little etc. and everything. You might be docile. And certain men might be docile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's flip it on the other side. Some men can't make women come.
True.
So now, let's say he's probably not putting in that work and everything like that. And let's say there's some women out here that really like sex.
Yeah.
Some women out here really like sex. Like, I know we trying to like, me, I speak for myself. I know sometimes I'm probably looking like, some women don't like sex as much as men, whatever. But there's some women actually out here.
No. This women out here are very sex positive.
Yeah. And they're out here and stuff and they're looking like, or some of them might even be with somebody like, I got to cheat because he ain't doing it. But and then you ask them and stuff, whatever. How many times do you have sex with man A in your life before man B came in your life and everything like that? She might say like, yo, I'm trying to do it, but he's not getting it right. So we went from doing it to like a month, maybe like 20 times. And that's fucking 30 days in a month. So I think 20 is like friggin' a good amount to keep me fucking loyal.
20 is a good amount.
To keep me fucking loyal. But flipping on the other side.
That's a damn good amount considering you got 1 week that's a rest period.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like, what if, you have a decent amount of sex with a woman. You can't make her come. You can't help her get to the big O. Would that keep her loyal?
I mean, is it the fact that you can't bring her to the big O, or is she just really not one that can get to the big O?
I feel like you can't bring it to the big O because I feel like men were more wired to be more simpler because the orgasms and stuff were more focused in our realm. Right. So I think like since it got to like more in our realm and stuff for the longest, it's now, I want to say recently within like my time, I don't think in your time so much when like, let's say you in your early 20s about clitoral stimulation, cunnilingus, sex toys, like the rose and everything. I told the chick and stuff like, I won't buy you roses. I'll buy you a rose. And she's like, what? But she didn't get the joke, whatever, right? So I'm like, you know the rose, the little clit sucker? Yeah, buy me a rose. Buy me a rose. I can't wait. When are you planning to buy this? Christmas? And it's now focused to tailor to that. But then before, it wasn't like to that level.
No.
Right? So
they just had the one wand.
The lightsaber.
The lightsaber. It had no shape to it. It just like...
Yeah, a little corn, little corn head point.
It looked like a missile silo.
Yes!
That's what it looked like.
Houston, we have liftoff. And when it vibrates, it goes. Yeah, you're right. Fucking right. So that's why I feel like no. I say no. Good amount of sex doesn't keep a partner loyal. Both that.
We can pull it.
We can pull it to see where's their head at.
We can pull it. But I can see if
both sides.
Yeah, I can see if the woman's not sexually satisfied. But my question is always going to be, is it a partner problem? Or is it just her problem internally? Because
I feel like
I've known women who tell me
they can't come.
They are not from penetration, only from
clitoral
stimulation. By the way, women, that little pea at the top of your clitoral, it just sits at the top of your clitoral. The rest of your clitoris system is inside your vagina. Okay, so for those who are saying that they can't come from vaginal penetration, that whole inside is attached to your clitoris. Just so you know. That was Dr. Joseph's for you.
Doctor, not your average Joseph.
But we were saying.
I fucking love it. I feel like you have all the passion today and I'm more reserved like you. I feel like we switched.
You went to Cleveland, you got mellow, you came back. I was all pent up energy.
Yeah, because I had all the stress from fucking Bone losing the verses.
Yeah, this is true.
All right, man, let's get to the Ask the Suds. First Ask the Suds question comes from No Physics. What's more terrifying than death? Being buried alive.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that. Could you like that? Yo, Mac Miller. Okay. One, I love Kill Bill.
Right.
And when she was buried alive in the movie, if you didn't see it, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. You should have seen it. Fucking great movie.
Man, if you ain't seen Kill Bill by now. But anyway, go ahead. Spoil away, man. It's your fault. Your fault.
I feel like, like in Kill Bill, that part and stuff, whatever, I was like, when I seen it, I was like, how the fuck do you get out of that?
Yeah.
I'm like, could you imagine like, yo, you're just losing air and everything like that in this box?
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, you're already dead, so you're in the right place. And I remember Mac Miller, rest his soul, R.I.P., he had a video and stuff like that when he was in the box, and I was like, what? How do you function?
I don't know.
I feel like that it just creates extra anxiety in me when I just see it.
Right.
Because my brain, I'm an overthinker.
Right.
So it just puts me straight into that zone. Like, what if that was me? So I think buried alive for me.
I got one for you. Falling in a bottomless pit.
Nah, what's that? Is it Tom Petty? I'm free. Free falling. I just tap out like, fuck it, man. I'm like,
I'd
I'd be like, then this shit gonna end.
That's it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't know. You go, I'm gonna hit the ground any minute. 10 minutes go by. I'm gonna hit the ground any minute. An hour go by. The ground is coming.
An hour. Oh my gosh. Yo,
Free falling.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, Tom Petty fucked up that song.
Yeah.
Miss Ting 814. How do you tell your significant other that you're going to take a number 2?
I'm gonna go take a number 2.
You tell him. You tell your wife just like that.
Deuces.
Yo, I always just said like, I'm not saying I had like clingy women.
Yeah. But
I always had a situation where like if I'm with like, I guess the SO or something like that, whatever.
Right.
And like I might just get up sudden. Like if I'm like me, I could be doing whatever. I'm like, if I got a shit, I'm gonna go shit.
Yeah.
I'm not in my 20s.
Yeah.
In my 20s, it'd be like, I'll hold this shit.
Yeah.
Or I'll drop a deuce tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s and stuff, whatever.
Any bodily functions that needs to be get rid of it now.
Yeah, I don't even I don't leave a place without going to piss.
No, me neither, bro. Nah.
So that's why I'm like, when it comes down to it, I'm like, no, I'm going to shit. So I'll just get up sudden. And I remember like, where you going? I'm like, this is why I understand the question. I'd be like, you don't follow me. I always say.
I would say somewhere you don't want to be right now.
You know what's cute though? I think I have a friend. I have friends. They're a couple.
Yeah. And
the wife, she said like she just kind of got up and stuff, whatever. And she's like, she got up and she's like, okay, I'm about to go commit a crime in the washroom. And I was like, yeah, she about to blow that spot up. I'm like, you about to go take a heavy shit? And then when I said that, she's like, I'm a lady. I do not talk like that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I was like, commit a crime is cute.
Commit a crime is cute.
Commit a crime is cute.
I like that one. Yeah.
Last Axe of Sons is from Bear the Man. What is a formal way to tell a person to fuck off?
A formal way?
Yeah.
You must got 10, 20, dozens of those, Marv. I feel like you got one for every situation.
I need to change. If you said,
were we just talking about this the other day? I told you someone's gonna shank you.
Yeah. Have the day you deserve.
Have your day. Yes.
I
think that's a classic one.
Good day, sir. Good day, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you for coming out.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
When I say bless your heart, people freeze.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? I'm like, nothing. But like this. I get into back and forth emails with certain people at work. And when they come with some weird ass logic or it just doesn't make no fucking sense to me.
Right.
And then that they want you to implement it, I always just say, thank you for your input. That's what I type in.
Thank you for your input.
So one person, set woman, at work, she came at me and stuff. She see me in the hall. She's like, yo, hey, Marvin, what did you mean by thank you for your input? So I'm like, I just said thank you for your input. It felt like you told me to F off. I was like, I'm like, no, if I told you to F off, I would have said kick rocks.
Right.
Kick rocks is another way to...
Kick rocks is
You're right. I have too many.
Yeah, I told you.
These are my confessions.
I told you. Just gotta ask Marv.
You don't have at least one? So he's going to make me the villain?
Have a day you deserve. I got that one from you.
Shut up.
I'm going to use that one. That's my go-to.
All right, man. Hit him with a soul. I'm gonna hit you guys with a Soul Say the Sons.
Hit him up.
Hope you guys enjoy. Soul Say the Sons this week for a little weekly motivation for you to the next episode. Sometimes in life, it's better to take your turn instead of waiting for your turn.
So say the Sons.
Sometimes you gotta seize the damn day, seize the moment.
Carpe diem.
Carpe diem. That's our version of carpe diem. But I look at it stuff as that some people really, really and truly wait for things to drop in their lap.
Yeah.
To finally function.
Yeah.
And I feel like my truth, I feel like that's false. Opportunity presents itself for those who are willing to and ready to receive it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? And I feel like this is across the board. Love, work, whatever your goals are and everything like that. If you have any goals,
yeah,
you shouldn't really wait for the opportunity. You should create and ready to receive and stuff like that. For all we know, after this episode, we might get a phone call and stuff from fucking Spotify. Salute to Spotify and those numbers. I don't understand them, but I know they mean greatness.
Yeah. I'm going to have to
I know they mean
instructions.
Yeah. Spotify might call and say, hey, you know what? Joe Rogan is our Moby Dick. Michelle Obama's podcast and stuff is our Killer Whale. We're looking to make you guys and stuff echo the dolphin. The next, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so like, you got 90 million, 50 million, and they wanted to throw us 10 million. Are we ready to receive and be able to function on a 10 million level? I think we are, but then that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at some other people and stuff where like they might just be just getting into the podcasting realm,
right?
They might not be ready.
No.
So they should create and wait for the opportunity. Not wait for the opportunity. Go seize the opportunity.
Seize the opportunity.
Make yourself ready for it.
Yeah. I agree 100%, man. Prepare for it. Preparation is the key.
Preparation H works for hemorrhoids.
Well, that's it.
Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. We do appreciate you guys for coming through. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has limits. That's why we still here, baby.
That's why we're still here.
Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.